Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone's doing well, winning life. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got a notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right, so you know when we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership down below in the description. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to no surrender mentality. And let's have it right. Big up to every single one of you Minerals FC Ultras, bruv. Respect and love to every single one of you. And big up to Chelsea, the world champions. But we've got to address some things that have been floating about. And the first one I'm going to address is Pies and Mash. Let's have it right. So Pies and Mash decided on his, 600k account, his actual account, didn't do it on Max's account, on his own account. He decided to put down some long essay calling for experience, calling for marquee signings, calling to add to what we've got to make us push to challenge for the Premier League and the Champions League and build upon what we got, instead of links to more young players and certain players that we'll bring up. And said, well, before we won the trophy and the two trophies, Conference League I don't regard, World Cup, Club World Cup, yeah, let's have it right. We drink that in. But there's context to it. And we played one game against an elite team. And because of Cole Palmer, we absolutely obliterated them. And when I say because of Cole Palmer's goals, bruv. I mean, it's simple as that. The timing of the goals, the assists. He was unplayable. And he is world class. Let's have it right. And he played in his right wing position with, funny enough, Gusto overlapping. And the only reason Enzo Maresca played him on the right wing is because he doesn't trust him in the number 10 to do the defensive work rate in the midfield, to pack the midfield, which is how we beat and stop Paris Saint-Germain playing. And John Obi Mikel come out today and said, I told Enzo what he needs to do. He did it. And look, we won. Well, what? So Enzo Maresca's getting directed by John Obi Mikel. That doesn't surprise me, bruv. But let's have it right. He's got his cigar. Everyone loves a cigar nowadays, don't they? I wonder where that's come from. But it is what it is. We like to smoke a nice big fat cigar, don't we? Because we're always smoking a brown envelope pack and the Blue Co pack all day long. However, Cole Palmer, unplayable. It's rumoured that Paris Saint-Germain are thinking about a £217 million bid for Cole Palmer. Whether I believe that's true or not, I don't know. Judging by the way the PSG owner looked at Cole Palmer, I think he's thinking, yeah, I might have a cheeky one here. I might have a go for Luis Enrique. The reality is Cole Palmer can get into any team in world football. And hopefully not. Hopefully he just stays at Chelsea. But if they do put that bid in, don't think for 1 second that Blue Co are not accepting that bid, bruv, because they'll never get that bid ever again. No other club can afford that. No other club. PSG have got all the money in the world and they've won the Champions League. So they're well within their rights and financial muscle to land the readies there to get Cole Palmer. But rumours for me, I don't see it. It also come out, remember near the end of the season, only Caicedo and Cole Palmer were deemed as untouchable. Well, now they've put Reece James into the mix. Let's have it right. He should have been in there from the get-go. Cobham boy, captain, leader, and to be a legend if he stays. Let's have it right. And we're also hearing about Trev Chalobah. But before I get on to all that, Pies and Mash has got every right, to put out the truth. Because what he said was the truth. After the two trophies, everyone's like, oh, yeah, the project's working now. You're only protesting two months before or 3 months before. You're only calling out the model. You're calling out the owners. And all of a sudden, because of one game and the trophy, everyone's flipped, bruv. Everyone. But you've lost the reality. Kerry Winstanley, Stuart Little getting away with it. What, you don't want them out? The whole point of the protest was you lot going, change the model. Yeah? Now you don't want to change the model. now you're all content. It's mad to me, bruv. People are abusing the kid. Yeah? Let's have it right. I don't abuse him. I call him out, bruv, because let's have it right. He's participating in all the narrative setting. And that's why you've got a responsibility on your platform. But he participated in that, all right? But now he's seen the light and he wants to call it out. Everyone's coming at him, abusing him, forced the geezer off Twitter, made it like so he's just going to stick to his aggregating. No one cares about his opinions. Getting cancelled all over the gaff for his opinions. His opinions are fucking very, very criminal, bruv. Let's have it right. However, everyone's entitled to their opinion, are they or are they not? But no one cares about his opinion because he's an aggregator, and that's the reality. Yeah, his opinions are on his little Maxi account. But the point I'm making is right because he spoke it out, and he's a big account. All of a sudden, you lot want his blood. Yeah, I want all your blood, all you brown envelopes, all you blue ticks, all you narrative setters. And he's even called out and he says, the people I know, the big platforms I know, the ones that he's in engagement groups with, that he's got all the numbers with, let's bring up Goldfish, all coming and trying to ridicule him and mock him, bruv. Yeah, and feed into the minions that are abusing him. Yeah, you're a disgrace. Yeah, because you got to protect your interests. That's what it's all about. But when he called it out about having the intent to go and bring like world-class players to add to it, he's absolutely spot on. And because he decided to land it, you want to come at him. Well, welcome to my world, pies and mash, yeah? Unfortunately, if you ain't got the stomach for it, then it ain't the game for you. For me, I've got the stomach for it. I'll keep going. Win, lose, draw, blue coat out from me until I see continuous Premier Leagues and Champions League and actually Chelsea competing at the highest level. Yeah, we're talking about standards that have been so far lowered at our football club that everyone's had the standards lowered where the bar's on the floor to slightly overachieve in everyone's eyes because they've set the standards so low to make you in acceptance of what has been achieved. When in reality, winning a Conference League and a Club World Cup is the first introduction of this competition for 4 years. Yeah, compliments of Meatloaf Tout Bowley because let's generate money. And the teams in that competition were a joke, the majority of them. Let's have it right. And if you're denying that, then you're blind as a bat, or you're doing a Stevie Wonder like all these content creators wearing their sunglasses, bro. I ain't seen shit. You understand me? But the reality is, yeah, that those two trophies and just getting top four in our third year under Blueco after spending 1.8 billion. Like, are you joking? Is that where the standards lie? I'm talking, that's how much they've spent. Yeah. Oh, no. We've won the trophies. Now I can see is a bit of progression. Progression from where? You know, when Roman left us, Don Roman, yeah, he left us as Club World Cup champions. Yeah. We've won it before. He also left us in top four. He also, in the last 5 years, where you lot cry that we didn't win a Premier League title, he won us a Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup, and Europa League, and had a transfer ban and brought through Cobham. Let's have it right. Yeah? So you lot are moving the goalposts with the narratives of, oh, we haven't won a Premier League in 5 years, but what have we won now? Of any, is it of any level to what Romans won in the last 5 years? No, absolutely not, bruv. So why is everyone in acceptance of it? So Pies and Mash wants to call it out, bruv, and he's mashing it up, bruv. He's mashing it up. And you got to get back on the platform, my geezer. You got to keep landing it, bruv. Because if you care about what these minions, these little brown envelope minions and wrong'uns in the fan base, if you care about what they think, then you should just cancel Twitter altogether, cancel your playback, cancel it all, bruv. Yeah, because you ain't got the stomach for it. You ain't got the minerals for it, clearly. You know, you can't give two fucks about what people think. Otherwise, you'll never speak your mind. Well, I speak my mind and we'll keep landing it because it come out today, all right, after all of that, where he's even, I think he even done a little Twitter space and all that. You content creators, yeah, and all you, I know the Goldfish is there 100% because he's the biggest sellout of Blueco because he's bloodline to one of the directors. Let's have it right, son. Yeah. Should be leading by example. I thought you're all together. I thought you're all united. Oh no, you got all your clicks now. You got your gigs. You got your perks. So now let's just let's try and cancel the geezer that I work with. So how it goes, is it? You're all rats and you all sell out for a pound note. That's what you are. You'll always be that. It's not about the love for Chelsea and wanting what's best. At least he actually, he's a season ticket holder and he wants the best for Chelsea, like we all do. But you lot just feed into this narrative all the time. And today, for the first time in 3 years since we heard him speak about buying Chelsea, the project portfolio, under their project Jose Feliciano, it's more important to build business value than win or lose on the field. That merchant comes out and says, we've won the FIFA Club World Cup. Congrats, Chelsea Football Club. So it's not congrats to our portfolio project. No? Okay. You deleted that tweet on your Clearlake account, didn't you? Yeah. Still not a finished product. Very few things are, but after a few years, where like the great football philosopher recently said, everyone talks a lot of shit about us. Well, they used to referencing Cole Palmer, and I don't talk shit about you. You can come at me all you want. And I'm not naive to think that he ain't aimed at me because I'm the only one, or along with Tobes on Twitter as well, let's have it right, they actually call you lot out for what you are. And I know exactly what your model is. I know exactly what debt we're in. I know what Vivid Seats is all about. I know about the Civil War, and I know about the fact that you want to, Bowley's here for 16, 18 years to talk about stadium relocation and rebuilds, redevelopment. And Siri Merchant's only here with you for 10 years because you're there to flip and get your returns. So have it right. It is great to finish this season with 2 trophies, a win against formidable European champions and a qualification for Champions League next season, which you got on the last game of the season by 1 hour on a nutsack. Let's have it right. What we wrote last year still stands. We believe we need to be doing the following consistently, winning or contending for the Premier League and Women's Super League titles. Well, you haven't been contending for the Premier League for 3 years. And we're not consistently winning that at all. Consistently playing in the Champions League and competing for domestic cup and international cups. Well, this is the first time in phase 4 that we're going to be playing in the Champions League. Are we going to do it consistently? That remains to be seen. There's no guarantees. It's all a bet. It's all a gamble. Consistently competing for titles across the youth age groups. What, the Cobham Academy that you completely gut out for £1 note? Yeah. That you disregard? Yeah. Developing and discovering the next generation of footballing talent for the benefit of our club using AI scouting, Kerry Winstanley, Stuart Little, and Uncle Joe Shields with his ex-Man City Academy graduates Black Book. Let's have it right. Being responsible actors and contributors to our community. Actors, yeah, you are. You act Hollywood, bruv, with how you have managed to manipulate and con with obviously all the brown envelope tier 1s, your Fabrizios, your Pornsteins, who gets on private jets to see players and agents. Fabrizio has players and agents come to him to push narratives. Toothpick Jacobs, who is related, his cousin to Jonathan Goldstein that sits on your board. What we doing here? And Nizar Kinsella is just a brass for a pound note. Simon Johnson, who's part of the Pathletic, and Pornstein's their gaffer. Yeah. Good actors. World-class PR has allowed you to lower the standards and expectations at this football club in 3 years after spending the most money than anyone in Europe. And you're still having to go back to address the first team. Lunacy, bruv. Earning the trust and confidence of our supporters. Please know that everyone at the club is relentlessly focused on delivering that. Confidence of supporters. You don't speak to us for 3 years. You do not. Siri Merchant doesn't even come out. He runs away from 13-year-old boys. Let's have it right. He dismisses when people ask him questions. What are we doing here? Yeah. Meatloaf Tout Bowley's got Vivid Seats, sitting as chairman, earning 20 million a year, milking it, bruv. Absolutely milking all the supports for £1 note. You've now got Ticketmaster, which you own the software for with your Clearlake portfolio. So you can completely monopolize and dictate where tickets go and how much they go for. To have it right and take a nice cut. Yeah, you really care about the supporters. Of course you do. But you're concerned about the CPO, of course, because without the CPO's approval, you can't relocate and you can't redevelop. Well, you'll be able to redevelop. It's proven very difficult because your finances are all spent. To have it right, which is now you've got the Club World Cup money. Of course, 100 million, 110 million, whatever you've earned off that. You didn't care if we won the trophy or not. Meatloaf Bowley came out before the trophy and says, we're really excited for the Club World Cup because you can win 100 million, not because we can win a trophy. That wasn't even in the forefront of his mind. And neither is it yours, because you're all in it together. There is no civil war. It's all a PR stunt, divide and conquer tactic. And you've created a divide in the fan base to conquer the fan base into accepting these mid-standards. Not me, I don't accept them, but because I call it out, oh, I'm talking a lot of shit, am I? Because I call out that you have got 1.22 billion debt with double-digit interest rates that you're paying 120 million, or is it close to 200 million interest payments only a year? Wow, Club World Cups could participate into that, isn't it? And now we're a sell-to-buy club because you've got a roster of 90 players, more close to 100 players than a 100-point team that you told us 2 seasons ago. And we're still not a 100-point team. What are we doing here, Feliciano? Smiling like a clown. Excited about UEFA Champions League, where we belong, and the EPL next season. Again, congrats team. Congrats team. Well, that's lovely. Lovely PR. Talk is cheap. Walk the walk. You lot are walking a plank, as far as I'm concerned, to have it right. This Epstein FC model, and, you know, they're not scared to go younger. Which brings me on to the links. When you talk about the links at Chelsea, it has come out, breaking news, by Fabrizio Romano, Simon Johnson and Matt Law. Chelsea's expectations for next season: qualify for the Champions League, go on a good runs of FA Cup and Carabao Cup, and go on a good run in the Champions League. And you're telling me that what this geezer's just waffled, what I've just read out, they want to consistently win the Premier League and Champions League, yet in phase 4, going to spend 2 billion. It's only qualified for the Champions League and go on a good run in the domestic cups, which we could have been doing in the last 3 years with the amount of money we spent. But this manager threw it away, as did the other managers, because all yes men. And go on a good run in the Champions League. So we're here to participate FC, which is Arsenal mentality. Yeah. Or let's spin it around. Enzo Maresca is going to give the PR. Well, the target was actually my second season to get Champions League football. And we've exceeded that expectation. So we've actually overachieved. And we've won a Club World Cup and a Conference League, which we should be in anyway. What are we doing here? The fact we're in it is because of Blueco, because we were so shit. And they gutted everything out. So he's going to try and throw that one. No, I'm not accepting that. And this actually is being briefed to them by the ownership. So what they have done is lowered the standards again to mid-level to go into the season, hoping that they do actually overachieve so that everyone can go, or if they meet those standards, everyone's in acceptance of it because they go, oh, well, they told us that was what the target was. And Enzo Maresca goes for another season. Dead mentality, no pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. Everyone comes at me and goes, oh, you want this, you want that. You're not happy with the Club World Cup. You're not happy with the Conference League. You keep moaning this and that. No, I'm putting on the pressure because pressure makes diamonds. And pressure that I put on all through last season made this manager and this ownership put the players under pressure. And the players felt the pressure for Cole Palmer to go, I talk shit and we all talk shit. A lot of us talking shit about the team. Is because there is no pressure from the ownership. As long as they get their pound notes. He forgot to mention that he's making profit, lovely. They didn't want to throw that one in there. However, it was that pressure that got us to get these trophies, to get over the line, to instill that mentality of Chelsea DNA, because the ownership ain't got it. And this is what Pies and Mash is talking about. Funny enough, after he says what he says, gets called out, and people trying to cancel him, this is the brief. And then to follow up from that, it's just a small club mindset. That's what it is. Everyone was coming at the players, coming at the manager. They wanted him sacked. They said, we need to get proven players. Now you don't want no proven players. Now you're content in keeping Sanchez as your number one goalkeeper. What are we doing here? Yeah? What are we doing here? Seriously, what are we doing here? Yeah? So what I wanted to follow up on is the sudden injection of extra revenue has made no difference to Chelsea's transfer plans, though they are already happy with the business done so far this summer in adding 3 players into their attack in Liam Delap, João Pedro, and Jamie Kittens, bruv. And that's Simon Johnson. So they're telling you they're content. They're telling you, well, you lot are all in acceptance of it. We're going to do whatever we want to do. Everyone's hashtagging no to Garnacho, and they briefed the brown envelopes to say that they don't pay attention to social media. And because of that, we have got fresh links from Fabrizio Romano saying, from what I'm hearing, Chelsea could have one more addition up front. Garnacho remains an option. Man United want 60 million euros. Chelsea want maybe to pay 40 million euros. But let's have it right. Matt Law has laid it all down. He says Maresca's expectation at the start of the season internally is to finish top 4 and improve. Bullshit. It's touch and go with the front and shirt sponsor. Will be ready at the start of the season. Chelsea want around 60 million per year from front and shirt sponsor on a 4 to 5 year deal, 7 to 10 very large and global companies. So we're going to prolong it. So go still with no shirt sponsor because these lot are so desperate for that top money, bro. Well, go and get it. You're meant to be savvy businessman and salesman because you definitely sell the PR first class. Colwell, Palmer, James and Casado considered untouchables, but no Trev in there, no? Chelsea aren't forcing, or Enzo Fernandez for that matter. What's going on? Chelsea aren't forcing a goalkeeper incoming. The fact that they had to go at Maignan makes Matt think that they're still looking at opportunities. Yeah, we didn't pay 80 million for Mike Maignan for an elite goalkeeper, but now because of Sanchez's one game, everyone's in acceptance of him. They forgot about him during the competition, but yeah, he's our number 1 now. He deserves a second chance, does he? All right, cool. Oh, sorry, third chance. This will be his 3rd season. Massive. Is he going to win your title, by the way? Yeah, all right. Massive fear amongst clubs about committing to Rodrigo. It could end up like Sterling at Chelsea if it goes wrong. How could it go wrong? The geezer's young. You amortise the contract, the transfer fee, and you can't pay his wages. So there's no point. That's why you're not going for Rodrigo. He wants 250, 300 grand a week. You ain't going to pay that. All right, you're not breaking your 150 grand a week wage cap. If Chelsea sign a winger, it's likely to be Fofana or Garnacho, as they were placed on a 3-man winger list. Kerry Winstanley's pushing for Garnacho. Garnacho is currently on 40 grand a week, so he fits the wage bill. He fits the age of 20, 21 years old. He's got a bit of Prem experience. So yeah, he ticks all the boxes. What's Goldfish saying, bruv? I'm telling you, I've messaged the owner. I've messaged directors. They read it. If they get Garnacho, then the directors will be gone. Will they be gone? Doesn't look like they'll be gone, mate. Doesn't look like you're putting any pressure for them to be gone. And you'll be the same melt that when they do sign Garnacho, who, by the way, is better than Kittens. What are we doing here? Yeah. But you're propping Kittens. Make it make sense. You'll be taking pictures and selfies with him and promoting him. So stop being a flip-flop merchant like you all are. If Jackson goes Villa, which they value him at 110 million, jog on, have a day off. Keep an eye on Rodgers. So it's all about trades. And Nkunku for Garnacho, trade. Chelsea aren't actually encouraging bids for Chalobah anymore. Oh, you're not forcing him out for £1 no. Or you just want to keep that quiet because I do know you're forcing him out for £1 no. Yeah, let's have it right. So he's told that people outside that if Aston Villa goes for Nicholas Jackson, it will be immediate trigger. I mean, Nicholas Jackson linked to Man United. He's linked to Arsenal. He's been thrown around like a brass bruv. Chelsea are aware of the situation of Garnacho as he has to leave Man United. Internal discussions continue on option of what Garnacho is one. So we're going for Garnacho, the baby lurch. Of course, that's who they want. And they're telling you a big fuck you. They don't give a shit, bruv. The proof's in the pudding of where you show intent. And clearly, you're not showing the intent. Clearly, you're sticking with it. And clearly, there's no pressure to win the Premier League. I want the title next season. I want to win Champions League. Everyone, you're all calling it out, all you toxic positivity merchants, all you platforms that are flip-flops, you're all going, we're ready for the title. We beat PSG. So we are ready for the title. But yet the target's not the title. So you're going to call out your ownership for setting the bar so low, or you're going to carry on feeding your false hope? protecting your channels, protecting your monetaries, your readies that can't be that big, clearly, because you wouldn't be working like dogs trying to get up with all the clicks. I just don't understand it, bruv. It's lunacy, mate. Yeah, we got this goldfish going baby Costa with his selfie with him, but he's calling Jackson baby Drogba. So what's happened to baby Drogba? Jackson says, I want to stay to get my form back, to get back to my best form. His best form was shit. His best form was the same stats as Delap. So, I mean, where's the levels at, bruv? Where's the intent to raise the levels? That's my point. I'm not letting two trophies that are not majors. What matters? What counts? If you ain't winning the Premier League or Champions League, who gives a shit? Let's be real. All your standards are falling off a cliff. And that's why this ownership are laughing at you. They are laughing at you. Yeah? Trust me. And why is Donald Trump, yeah, who took what? The Martin Luther statue down? What's that all about, mate? What are you doing that for? What kind of message is that? Yeah? And he wants to what? Is he put our Club World Cup there instead? Because why has he got the original Club World Cup in the White House? I mean, this geezer wants to be in selfies with the team photo and celebration. It's weird, bruv. It's weird. Yeah? What are we doing here, bruv? Everyone's seen him clipped up with the other fella that these lot based the whole project on. Well, we need to check our owners as well. Yeah? That list ain't getting out. It ain't getting out, bruv. Yeah? But it's a red flag, isn't it? It's a red flag. So, yeah, I'll leave on this because obviously when we sign Baby Lurch, is it going to be a meltdown? I'm hearing everyone, oh, I trust their talent ID. Oh, so you trust Kerry Winstanley and Stuart Little now? You trust them now? Careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for. You know, salute to Eminem, bruv. That's his track. Be careful what you wish for, bruv. Yeah. Everyone's getting these skeletons out the closet. In fact, there's UK Mandem artists trying to battle and come at Eminem. It's embarrassing, bruv. Like UK rap. Are you having me on? Grime Daily, Mandem FC. Yeah. Who invented it? Careful who you battle, bruv. You know, the Slim Mineral Shady, bruv, spits on that mic like 8 Mile, bruv. You don't want to be battling that. It's embarrassing, bruv. You know, absolutely embarrassing. So we are where we are. I'm going to leave you with this because I think it's fitting, bruv.
Well, we do leave stuff out, Todd. And if I wrote everything, I knew you'd be in big trouble.
Put all your comments down below. Smash the like button. But this one's a juicy one.
I'll say it again. I have messaged a owner of Chelsea Football Club. Okay, not going to tell you which one, but I have messaged a owner of Chelsea Football Club. Told him all my fears about Garnacho and why it really should not happen because this could really blow up in our face and we could be a circus even more from it. And that's how the public could view us. And if you think they don't care about how the public view them, what are you thinking? Because they very much care about how the public view them. Okay. So it can blow up in our faces. And I've messaged a sporting director. I'm not going to tell you which one either. I've told both of them, and I know for a fact both of them have read it. They know, they are aware of the red flags. So if they choose to do it and it blows up in their face the way we're telling them it might, gone. I mean, the owners can't be gone, but gone. Directors, gone.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's going to blow up in their face. It doesn't seem like they're gone because you lot are in acceptance of it. So let's have it right. Pies and mash, keep landing the minerals and get straight back on the platform, my son. And big up to you for speaking the truth. Welcome to the world of Minerals FC. Salute to all my ultras. Win, lose, draw, blue co out, no surrender mentality. Let's have it right.